So I've already looked this over once, just like a preliminary look, kind of a analysis to start an analysis. So this analysis will be kind of on the shorter side, as the first one was like an hour long, and that's fucking ridiculous. Um, so this is obviously Sandy versus Bunk, also known as Mouth. He's the best Peach player here, and Sandy is one of our Captain Falcons in DFW. And this is the start of their set. Things that stood out to me in this set was Sandy seems to have some demons in his body that are telling him to press buttons that he knows he shouldn't be pressing in certain situations, right? Which tells me that he knows the matchup, but maybe isn't experienced enough in it to, have exercised those demons. So I'm not gonna like harp on that too much when the bad situations happen, but I am going to point out when the good situations happen a lot. And a really good situation occurs pretty early in this set. This is one of the demon grabs I was talking about. Like, I'm gonna straight up say it. This grab is like that's a Hail Mary, my man. It's just you're too far away when this occurs. Your unreactable distance against Peach is more like if Falcon was right here, right? And Peach is right here. That's your unreactable grab distance, and that's where you want to be going for grabs. You really don't want to be going for grabs as Captain Falcon in general, I think, unless you are punishing them for choosing a certain defensive option at an unreactable grab distance, or you're dash dance grabbing something. And that's like really it. You almost never want to be just like soaring in with a grab like this because it's very risky. And you have center stage. Like, you just completely give it all up to run in for a grab that, Bunk just hasn't shown you that you can get yet. This does end up being a problem later on in the set, is this like situation here. So you shield, and you shield immediately upon landing, which is fine, but the problem here is that this is an awful situation for you. There's not much that you can do here, but immediately jumping out after shielding and doing this is one of the worst possible things that you can do in this situation. Reason being, the Nair in the matchup versus Peach is designed to stop her from moving forward, or to safely stop her from moving forward while baiting her into trying to punish you for it, kind of like conditioning her to do it. If you ever heard a good comparison would be Ryu's fireballs in Street Fighter, if you know anything about that. He'll throw the fireballs, and then people will start wanting to jump over them, and then he'll fucking DP them or something for trying to jump over them when he shows them a spacing or situation that looks like he's going to use it again. So it's sort of like that. If you're jumping a lot and walling with Nair, then she'll want to start dash attacking, and then that's when you've used the tool properly. But in this situation, this isn't going to really block much. This isn't really going to wall anything. This is just kind of exposing yourself in the corner in a situation where she is actionable. If it misses, you're still in a bad spot. If it hits her, a lot of the times at this percent, it's going to be in a bad spot because Peach players are like born to hold down. And it's hard to run away afterwards. So the problem here is not the shielding, but it's the option that you're choosing immediately out of the shield by habit. This is a very bad option 0, if that makes any sense. Reason being, if Mouth didn't just attack here and he just did what a lot of good players will do, which I'll show you an example of later here, is they just wait like right there with dashing. They can cover your roll, and they can reactively hold down on this. Or if they're the kind of person who holds down on C-Stick literally 24/7, they don't even have to react. They can just do it to this. I think he could have faded in with that up air and gotten more But this is one of the good situations, right? Because you're recognizing that he's basically doing nothing but waiting for you to fuck up. So you nair here safely. You know, if Mouth wanted to just run in and do something, this nair would have stopped him from doing it. But you fade it away just a little bit, and then you move away. I don't think that you needed to do this wave dash and this other stuff. This is some kind of stuff that you might want to like cut out of your movement a little bit, because it's putting you in lag that you don't necessarily need to be in. You could have just been dashing this whole time. But then you wait here because you've nared already. He's gonna try and do stuff that'll, you know, beat grab or like maybe trade with nair or something like that. But you don't show it to him, and he whiffs, and then you grab him. This is a very good situation. This is very good, like, you've used nair properly, and then you waited properly, and then you punish them. But you do need to up throw here, I think. If you do down throw, the things that Falcon can do against Peach at low percents on down throw is you can do down throw, and if they DI away, you can regrab. If they DI down and away, you can get instant up air regrab. And if they DI in, then you can just like get a full hop up air or something like that. But either way, if she DIs away or straight down, you're not going to get that much, because at the most you get the instant up air, right? And if she DIs in, which Mouth does, then you go to the platform, text, this follow-up misses. So you should try in this situation, and at this percent, like these percents, where they're going to end up at like 45 or above 40, to just do up throw and then full hop up air. Because that unlocks stuff like if they DI in, you do full hop up air in place, and then if they DI in again, you do full hop land, then carry them to their destination. And if they DI away, you do full hop and then land full hop, or you do full hop, keep fading forward, full hop, jump, full hop, or jump up air, up air. I think I was saying full hop instead of up air sometimes, but so I apologize. The point is that you have more opportunities to get kills and lots more percent if you up throw at these percents. And you don't put yourself at risk of having her tech on that platform. This really sucks what happens here. I think you could have just run at him and grabbed there. Used your invincibility a little better. That's another one of those demon grabs. There's no reason to do that. Just watch it again. Look how far away you are when you just... the decision to make the grab or do the grab was made right here when you dashed back first. And he was all the way over here. So this is not good spacing for this option. And you get punished for it. As Mouth's just running away, like, just take a look at Mouth really quick when he's done hitting you here. Away, 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 wall, away, away, right? So he's just kind of running from you and trying to get you to commit on him and fuck up, which is a perfect time for you to do stuff like move forward, take some space, maybe nair right here or something like that to wall safely, and just kind of take the space that he's giving you and maybe even finagle yourself into a position where you're close enough to go for the grab. See, this one kind of works because he's just been waiting forever, and you know that, so you overshoot it quite a bit, which is decent. Close. Let's see. If you had been faster... Oh, yeah. If you had been a little faster, check this out. You might have been able to get this up air. So you're stuck in, yeah, not very many frames, but still, you might have been able to get it. You're getting caught waiting too long here. You can kind of think of this kind of situation where you're like doing these double jumps. It feels like you're taking space, but you're actually not. You're feigning taking space. And if he's just waiting forever, then feigning taking space isn't going to gain you anything. In fact, you lose space here doing this. And then he just flies in with an aerial, because since you're waiting so much, he thinks he might dash back. So he thinks it's pretty safe to do this, because if you do decide to approach him at this period of time because of the past events, he's probably going to hit you. And he does. Tough situation to be in. Weird knee. I feel like that was a mistake. Probably was. Hopefully. You do those a few times. You do those like fall through up airs a bunch. And I think that at especially this low of a percent, that's a very bad idea. Because Peach players, like I said earlier, are born to hold down. And if he was in the air, he probably would have nared you anyway. Unless you spaced it really well. So it's just like not that great of an option to go for at this percent. I don't actually know when it breaks CC or ASDI, but at those percents is more when you might want to try using it. This looks like you're taking space or you're threatening space, but you're actually not. If you'll notice, Mouth never felt like he needed to move from this position. He sits here and holds down for like an extended period of time because he knows that you're going to do something like this, because this is what you've done so far. You don't want to be too predictable with this, and I think that these shield drop aerials err on the side of autopilot in this set, and Mouth does abuse you later for doing it. It's very odd looking, but it was nice. Good job here on not like flying all the way up there and trying to hit him. It's not much of a reason to do that. Sick tomahawk. See, like, you don't go for some crazy grab here. You tomahawk and then dash away, and then once you see that he did move forward, you just grab. It's a great like example. And now he's shown you that he can do the like escape down through a knee thing. So I would test him again, personally, because players know how to do it a lot of the time, but they still don't. Just like how I know how to do dual stick DI, but I don't really do it all that often. You should test players' execution with stuff like that, because if you hit them, they die. But if you don't hit them, then I don't know, the situation like kind of neutralizes in a way, most of the time at least. It's tricky. So this kind of thing is exactly what Nair is supposed to stop. You could, in this situation, like immediately jump and then kind of fade away in Nair, and it would stop her from doing this, and probably dodge a dash attack as well. But he knows that you're going to shield here, which is why he chooses this aerial and this like sequence. You want to be careful about rolling a lot in shield, or like being too predictable with your shield against Peach. In a situation like this, you could have like instantly nared, although it would be a little risky to do that. But you could have also buffered jump. I actually really like buffering jump here. You can buffer a full hop, because this will miss. Any aerial that she does like that will miss. You're already like up here if you full hopped. And a dash attack will also miss. So you might want to try that out sometime. It's also at a spacing where punishing your full hop is extremely difficult, if not impossible. Oh no, I think he accidentally caught that. I actually really like this knee here, because it's like one of the only times in this set that you attempt to approach him for like running away. It might have also been a misspaced punish on down smash, but I choose to believe the former. Nice wait, but you just like screw it up just a little bit. This is a nice wait on the shield drop. Weird. Crazy shield drop from me. Catches him for trying to move. This is exactly what I was talking about really early on, like almost at the very beginning of this analysis. This right here, almost any good player is going to do this to you. He's moving like this to try and catch a roll. And this, because this is like this is the scrub Falcon option 0 out of shield. And he's at 0%. This is like brain dead to punish. He doesn't actually do it, which shocks me personally. But whatever, melee is fucking hard. Maybe he just didn't react in time. But you probably would have died for this against somebody who was a little bit more ready for it. Because that is exactly what he was trying to get you to do. This is also a situation where wave dash grab out of shield would be really good. Wave dash grab out of shield. The reason that it's good is because he will be waiting for you to do something out of shield, which means he won't be putting hitboxes out, right? He'll just be waiting because he's trying to make sure that he can cover a roll. He's trying to make sure that he can cover you jumping out and doing that. So you can just grab him. But that takes like a little bit of conditioning to do properly, so it's not even like, I don't know. It's not terrible that you didn't immediately do that. That's a pretty risky option 0. But yeah, I would make an option 0 being like hold shield for a second until you realize he's waiting and then like try to jump out, like full hop out. It's hard for Peach to follow your full hops in the corner. I remember going to Gravity X3 and there was a Peach player named Trademark that I played against, and game 3 we were on FD, and when he would put me in the corner, I would shield for a second, and once I'd see that he was waiting, because he would just always wait, I would literally full hop over him, and he didn't ever cover it, but you know, it is good. It's a good way to get out. Peach will have a hard time covering it, especially if you're good at edge cancel stomps, like right here. He'd punished for that up air again. So this is another one of those situations where it kind of looks like your execution, you just like weren't ready for this. You get stuck here and lag, and then you like do a triangle jump. This was probably a kill. If you got that up air and then you do another up air and you just like, you might have been able to kill. You might have at the very least got a shit ton more %. So it just looked like an execution error. And now Mouth is starting to counterplay your narrow walls pretty well. So he called you out with it and dash attacked. Nice-oo. That was nice, and you still got the punish, but this like wave dash is gross. You should just dash instead. I think you wave dash too much in your movement. This is kind of another advantage that Falcon has when he's like doing these nairs in neutral, right? So you do this walling nair and then you hold down here and you're ready for this dash attack, right? And if the dash attack does hit you, if he does dash attack, then that's like easy peasy grab right there. Because you're at too low of a % for this to work against you on the ground after you've aerialed. But it didn't look like you were very ready for it. Or that's like something that you had in your repertoire at the time. But it is something that's pretty good. He's kind of catching you moving a little bit too close to him. Yeah, see that? That was nice. So now he's probably going to think twice about doing that. Nice up airs. I think this is literally the only time in this set that you commit too much. So I'm not going to harp on it, but you know, you kind of don't want to commit against her when she's doing that. You can just kind of make her commit and then hit her. Oh my god, he's rolling. It's really cool movement, but there wasn't much of a point to it. You might have been able to hit him instead of move like that, but who knows. Yeah, see, you just get him to commit and then you hit him, and it's a rinse repeat edge guard. You know what to do. So in these situations, I actually really like to, like if I feel like I'm too far away to get the grab if he's going to do something like that, I really like to fly in with a stomp. Because if you see something that makes you think that this grab will work, right? Just try to visualize this for a second. You do the nair, he moves away. And then in this situation, he thought that you were going to do something like nair because you occupied that space again, right? So you move in, and you're going to move like right there, which is where most nair walls would start again. And he moves in, he tries to hit you for missing the nair wall, or like gain space for missing the nair wall, and it doesn't work. So you've successfully dashed away from this, but you're pretty far. And it was a float canceled aerial, so he's only going to suffer 4 frames of landing lag. Which means that he's very likely to do something like shield or run away. He's very unlikely to run into you to avoid a cross-up stomp. So in this situation, a cross-up stomp would be really good because it would catch this. Also, if you move away like this, and then you like see this, and then you chose here to do the nair to like stop him from jumping again, I think. In these situations, to stop him from jumping again, choose something, you might want to space the nair better next time, but if you think that something like this is going to happen where he might try to catch you for running in and grabbing, which is why he chose that down tilt, you can jump over it and stomp him here. Or knee him. But that would only work if he's not going to jump. If you think he's not going to jump. Oh, wait, sorry. That would only work if you've conditioned him to think that when he whiffs near you, you're going for a grab, right? Which you definitely have. So he's going to try doing something that might beat the grab in here. So you can knee or stomp in that situation. I think if you had spaced the nair a little better, it would have been fine as well, but, you know. It's a nice weight. It's good. It always feels good to not get hit by that blender. That's the most peach possible thing. I don't know what the down smash was. It's a very well spaced nair right there. Nice grab. See, the reason that you're starting to do better this game is because you're playing these situations so much better. Like look at this. It's after this. But like he's in the corner and you're waiting. You're kind of like a good waiting distance. And then when he thinks that, oh, you know, he's going to be waiting, he's going to be running away, you come in and you put a nair here to stop him from moving forward, right? and he shields, and then you dash away because you know that, you know, you shouldn't be trying to press any other buttons afterwards because Peach just shielded it and it wasn't, you know, the best spacing. So you dash away, and then you do another walling aerial, and then you stop her from moving forward again, and you get a gentleman knee. And, you know, it's those kinds of situations where you're just playing really well around your wall. You know, you're walling properly, you're stopping him from moving forward at safely. It's just, like, well played. Again, I really think you should have up-aired there, but you got 2 up-airs, so it's not like the end of the world. You just walled and pressured way better in these last 2 stocks than you do for the rest of the set. Also, important thing right here. I consider it important. Where's the down throw? It's not that one that I'm talking about. It's a different one. I think it's the one that you get in a sec here. Oh, come on. Where is it? There it is. He just didn't do the anti-knee thing at a knee kill %, right? So you should be thinking, I could probably go for down throw knee now. Because he's not going to do it every time. That sucks. If you were faster, that would have been the game. Would have got low up air, up air. You didn't trust yourself on the edge cancel. You gotta believe. Falcon is a belief-based character after all, and that was just disrespectful by Mouth, so that was good that you need him there. Gotta respect Falcon's invincible aerials. And in this game, it's kind of just more of the same. You kind of play the walling game less well, because I think that the way that the platforms are here, you just like try to play really differently. You don't necessarily have to play all that differently. You start to abuse the top platform here, and you're like shield drop aerials a lot. And then Mouth starts to punish them a lot, and you don't tend to adjust. I think that he just like all around plays it a little better than you here. You don't play the wall games as well. You don't abuse the stomp through the platforms as well on this stage. And you become too predictable with some of your movements and your move choices. Like we're gonna see you trying to shield drop through the moment you get to the top platform, and Mouth just covering it every time, and it working, or just like waiting for you to do it every time. That was a really good ASDI down grab, by the way. You should never let Peach do that to you. They better space it, and if they don't, they get hecked on. See, it worked. The first down throw knee that you get after he shows you that he isn't gonna do it every time, you could have killed him with, but you just like barely mistimed the knee. Down throw knee. Yeah, see, he's not going to do it every time. Should always keep that in mind. It's like when people do invincible ledge dashes, especially Space Animal players, I always test them. And I get kills at like literally 10% off of it all the time because it's fucking hard. It's just some nice stomps. That was a good nair spacing. Good grab. It's very safe. Let's watch that again. So you stomp, you shield drop up air, you dash away, position yourself with a shield stop, position really well too. And you fade it away. I don't think you needed to fade it away, but I don't blame you for doing it. And then you grab. What was Mouth trying to do there, actually? What animation was that? Oh, he was just crouching. Yeah. Nice double up air. You got bread and butter on down throw, but you gotta get some bread and butter on up throw too. I think your punishes would be a lot better. And you missed the stomp knee, which is pretty important. This mouth would be dead now. But yeah, see, he's starting to punish you for that. He sees that you go to the top platform, and the moment that you're up there, he already knows what you're gonna do, and he just full hops and back airs. You have to be really careful about that. Shield drop aerials are super good, but people can preemptively cover them, and you can be put in really, really bad positions because of that. I love that up tilt. It was a good wait. I think you were waiting for exactly that, but you like hesitated maybe and chose up tilt for some reason. Good tech, but you fast fell. Feels fucking bad, man. It's good not letting her get away with this. And he did it again. And you like double jump back aired. I think it's another little nitpicky thing, just like with the wave dashes, but I think you instant double jump in situations where you really, really don't have to. You missed the stomp knee earlier because you double jumped when you didn't, instant double jumped when you didn't have to. You could have just short hop bared and it would have killed her here. Like the bear would already be out, like before that shield came out, but you double jump, like instant double jump back aired. I'm not really sure why. It is just some little stuff like that you might want to get out of your play. Just get those demons out of your fingers that tell you to do the instant double jump. I think that was a pretty good bait. You like spaced to that nair pretty well and then forward tilted. But yeah, like notice literally every single time you're on the top platform, there's an immediate shield drop aerial. 1, 2. See, it's looking a little autopilot, just a little bit. Looking a little bit like an autopilot right there. It's a good wait, but you just misspace it. It's another situation. I don't think you needed to instant double jump there. I could have just timed the knee. I see why you did it though. You're just trying to get above it. This would have been more optimal if you had edge canceled this right here. Would have been safer. You kind of never want to be like right here. But yeah, that's layer number 2 to the shield thing in the corner. So if you wait too long, he can just run in and grab you. Which is when delaying rolls and things like that becomes really good. Needed to tech that. But that was a hard tech because it was the weak hit and it was like the latest hit too. I'm glad you went for the grab. Completely... Invincibility is something that like very few people in DFW and I think just in general use very well. This is a perfect situation for you to just go for something like grab because you're still invincible. Like what's she gonna do about it? If she rolled this way and tried to down smash afterwards, you'd fuck her up because you're invincible still. So, no skin off your teeth. She rolled into the corner because she was afraid of your invincible grab, and now you're invincible standing in the center of the stage. What the fuck ever, man. Just go for it. Just do it. Again, instant. The moment that you're actionable on this platform, you're already down with that shield drop aerial, and he's already covering it. He is no longer reacting to you. He's seeing you go to the top platform or thinking you're going to like even think about going up there and then just putting out a hitbox there because that's how predictable those are getting. Yeah, bad DI and you die here. So yeah, overall, how do I stop? Enough. Overall, notepad, shield drop aerials on top platform are to autopilot. Observe when you nair walled well and what spacings were safe. And keep doing it. That's good shit. Kill the demons in your fingers that tell you to grab from halfway across the stage. You should only be trying to grab when you get in a dash dance grab situation, or if you're calling out defensive options from an unreactable distance. It's very important. Unreactable. There's only one spacing, really, where that's unreactable. Let's see what else. Grind out some up throw punish game. It's important. Try to cut out excess movements. Too many wave dashes after aerials for no reason. Too many instant double jumps when you didn't have to do it. Let's see, what else? That was kind of it. I mean, the game that you won, you were playing the walls with nair and grabbing well and just playing really well overall against the way that he was playing, which is just waiting for you forever. Try to get better at recognizing when the Peach is trying to wait for you for an eternity, because some of those interactions, Mouth would like literally run from the center of the stage all the way to the corner, just waiting for you to come in with an aerial. And take the space. Don't feign taking space. Take it. Move forward. Use shield at dash attack spacings, etc. Or fucking move in and wall with nair, whatever. There are lots of ways that you can take space, but you need to take the space when he does that. You could literally walk towards him when he's doing that, and it would be good. There are situations where Mouth whiffs something. Okay, actually I'm going to say it like this. Mouth whiffs something near you, and you've conditioned him to be afraid of a grab. He'll be detilting, rolling. That's kind of it. Oh. Or dashing away. Upon recognizing that you've conditioned him, try cross up stomping or cross up knee or overshoot knee at kill percents. These will be safe against him parking himself where his whiff, or where he whiffed, and will kill him for trying to run. So there it is. Those are just like some general tips that I have. Holy shit, Notepad is garbage. What is this nightmare? Here. So yeah. Screenshot this if you need to, because these are really the only tips I have for you. Just this stuff right here. This is like overall my summary. So hopefully that helped. I don't know if the music was too loud or not, but if it was, just let me know. I think that you know what you're doing. You just need to like add one thing. I really think that this recognition that you've conditioned him to grab, or conditioned him to be afraid of grab when he whiffs near you, is really important, because you didn't play around that at all. And you need to add that to your gameplay, because doing things like recognizing that he'll be doing things like detilting, rolling, dashing away to get away from you in those situations is really important, because those are your opportunities to open him up with your combo starter like Stomp, or a kill move at a kill percent like Knee, and still be relatively safe. You don't only have to grab in the neutral game. You can use aerials. The problem with Falcon is that you can't just use the aerials whenever. You have to use the aerials kind of after you've conditioned Mouth to do something with like Nair or grab or something. Nair and grab are your best tools in neutral because of that reason, because they're the key to you opening up Peach. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. I'll go ahead and post this up on YouTube.